Coffee. Let's take a close look to what's coffee. What's in your cup? Coffee is one of the most popular drinks in the entire world. Some people cannot wake up in the morning without the smell of coffee. Many people, they choose to do long lines in order to get a cup of coffee in the morning before work or school. We know that coffee can help us getting through our routine, focus on school, and even prepare us for an exam. Without a shot of coffee or a couple of cups before a midterm, we feel like we cannot make it through. But let's take a close look to what's the chemistry of coffee. And let's learn a little bit more of what components make up coffee. Is coffee an enemy or a friend to us? Many studies have shown that coffee can be very beneficial to us. For example, it can help lower the risk of getting diabetes, something that it's very common in the United States. But in another side, coffee can also have negative effects on people's life. It can cause disruption of sleep. It can cause anxiety and so many other negative effects. Coffee is also known as trimethylxanthine. And here I show you guys the chemical formula. Coffee is made of different ingredients. We have caffeine, lipids, proteins. We have different compounds that make up coffee. And we also have the acids, as I mentioned before. But let's see, where does coffee grows? How does it looks? In this portion, I will be showing you a short clip on how coffee looks when it grows. Wake up, that's what coffee does to us. Whenever we want to wake up in the morning and get ready for work or for school, caffeine will hit us right away. With just a cup of coffee, we will feel very enthusiastic. We're gonna feel with energy. It will boost our mood and how we react to the very activities that we have to do throughout the day. But now, let me also mention that coffee also have many other ingredients that you might not know, such as lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, and minerals that are potassium and calcium. By doing this research, I have learned that the coffee that I drink every day, it's a source of potassium and calcium as well. And for the aroma, we have the element known as sulfurous. As we mentioned before, coffee has 1,000 chemicals, just a cup of coffee, and 50 acids. So next time that you grab your cup of coffee, you know exactly what you're digesting. Caffeine being an important ingredient for coffee, there are methods to identify the levels of caffeine. For example, caffeine provides two methods. One of them is the ultraviolet spectroscopy, and the second method is liquid chromatography. But there are many others that are used to identify and get the high levels of caffeine, but also the low levels. So, a cup of coffee, it's really your friend or your enemy? Well, by knowing the ingredients that coffee has and knowing that there are limitations to how much coffee you can have during the day, can answer that question. If you have a moderate amount of coffee during the day, you're gonna be fine with just that amount of caffeine, proteins, lipids, and any other chemical compounds that coffee has. So, if you're thinking about having coffee the next day, that's a good choice. As mentioned before, coffee can help you reduce high risk of diabetes. But how we choose to have our coffee, having in mind the ingredients that it has and how much caffeine can we have during the day, will determine the outcomes or results of having coffee during the day.